Hey there, everyone. It's another Biz Tip Tuesday. I am Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach. And for today's Biz Tip Tuesday, I'd like to help everyone to get a little bit on the hearing side. So, for those of you who don't know who I am Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and I am the host of the Content Tips and More Facebook group for solopreneurs, freelancers, and coaches. And you can find us inside of the Facebook community by just simply typing in smallbizsociety.com, as you see right here. And you can join, simply answer 3 quick questions, and you are in Lifeline, and you'll have access to other resources and content and events that we host from time to time. In addition, I also have a website where you can also connect with me if you'd like to accelerate your business growth. There, you can find me at keepitsimplecoach.info. Now, if you happen to be watching and you have not started your business, but you have a business dream, then I want to invite you over to our other community. You can get there just by typing in jumpstartmydreambiz.com. It's going to take you over to the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive. And the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive is where I help employees create their escape route so they can go from employee to entrepreneurship and help them to aspire to their particular business goals as well. So again, today, Biz Tip Tuesday, we're going to have a little bit of fun. In fact, I'm showing off a new resource. So when I talk to you guys about content creation, it is about how are you showing up in different formats for your target audience in particular. And there are different facets in how you are able to do that and being creative in the same time. And you can be creative and not be a creative like artiste and still get the work done. And these are all part of the things that we cover inside of our community. Now, I wanted to share with you my latest little find that is going to help me as I continue to grow and create content. And so today, I thought it would be helpful that we're going to talk about, can you hear me? Content with a voice. So what I'm doing right now as a live streaming component is creating content. And it could be just that simple. However, I have come to understand better as I continue to learn and grow myself that having the right tools make it even better. Now, with that said, one of them that I know that I have evolved over time is having to do with audio and even the quality of that audio as well. So that being said, I did a little research and identified a replacement tool that I have. In fact, I'm going to do this. Hold on one sec. There we go. So typically for the last couple of years, I create content, training materials and stuff for my clients and everything, and I also use it for when I'm going live and doing webinars and podcasts. And I've had a particular microphone that you can use. Now, typically, you can go as simple as your regular earbuds on your computer and use that for your audio to give for your microphone, which is okay. However, the better quality that you can put out for your audio, the better. And audio content is growing, people. I want you to take notice that audio content is growing. People being mobile, they're more apt to listen as they're moving about. It's just a behavior that has just grown exponentially. So I just want to put that little bee in your pocket, that there's an opportunity for you to create content from an audio spectrum. And we'll talk more about it, but I wanted to kind of keep it fun today. And what I wanted to share with you is in the past, and what you've used to hear me from was a microphone that was this. This was my Blue Snowball. See, nice and cute, Snowball. And worked fine. I still works. I just chose to upgrade my tools so that I could enhance the quality of the content that I'm creating. And but snowballs are fine and work just as good. In fact, I wonder as I'm doing this, I'm kind of playing around today. Um, it's a microphone that you can get off of YouTube and YouTube. You can get off of Amazon Prime as well. But so this is the blue snowball that I've been using in the past, and I want to see if I can try it around a little bit so you can kind of hear the difference and see if you can notice a difference. But then, so that's my oldie. And then I decided that I'm going to upgrade because I'm getting ready to crank out a bunch of new content and materials for both my clients as well as for myself. And so I've purchased another blue product that has been vetted. So I always go with the expert. So my buddy Lou Bartone is the godfather of video, I like to call him, or he calls himself, and I acknowledge that. He's a talented individual, and I will put his information inside of this stream as well. He recommended this particular microphone that will give a great output of quality when it comes to sound. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because you may find yourself in a similar situation really soon, that if you're not already creating content, video or audio, your tools matter. And why I always talk about Biz Tip Tuesday is all about tips, tools, strategies. And today's more on the line of tools. So with that being said, okay, we got that going. Alrighty. Okay. So this is the new baby in the family. I want to welcome to the family the new microphone member of the family. So this is my new microphone. And I got to have it to match. So I have to be cute at the same time. So this particular one is silver. It comes in all different colors. I'm going to show you the actual box that it comes in. But what I wanted to share with you at the same time was, so it comes in a nice little box. I'm going to work from this box. So hopefully the lighting here, hold on. Sometimes yeah. Okay. So this is my Yeti. And this is the ultimate USB microphone for professional recording. And like I said, Lou recommended this one. I trust Lou and his discretion of quality content because he does this for a living, like all the time. So I'm learning from him. So he's my video coach. And this one, what I wanted to do today was kind of just try it out with you. And I wanted you to give me some feedback into how I'm coming across on these different settings. So there are 4 different settings that the microphone offers because, believe it or not, again, technology, there are different settings that work best in different settings or environments or intent in your output. And so this particular microphone offers the flexibility of different environments to use it in, whereas the old snowball doesn't. It's just, like I call it, like monochromatic, like one way, and that's it. So if you want to take it up a notch, then having a tool like the blue Yeti, then this is something that you want to talk about. So what I thought I would do today is I wanted to try the different 4 settings, and I wanted you guys to tell me which one comes across best, all based on what they're telling on the settings book. Which one do you feel comes across best inside of the live stream, inside of our Facebook group? So that's what we are going to do. Okay, so there are 4 settings that are available. So there's settings that are going to be for, they call it like patterns, right? So there's patterns, and then there is the sound source. And then, when you're a microphone, believe it or not, that's why it's round on the head, right? There's round for a reason. It's round because how it absorbs sound. And so, depending on how the settings are on the microphone itself, will determine how it will absorb the sound on the head of the microphone. And so, that absorption of sound and how it's going to come across to you guys is going to make a difference based on the different settings. And so, we're going to take a trip on all the 4 settings, and you tell me which one you like best. So, what I'm going to do, I think it might help if I have create a banner for each one, so that way when you watch it for later, it'll make sense to you. So the first one is called cardioid. We're going to change the setting to cardioid on here. So what's nice is that you can change them right here on this mic. So hold on. Okay. So cardioid is what I'm on right now. Cardioid. Now cardioid, meaning that the sound is being absorbed right from in this frame of span of the microphone. That's where the absorption of the sound is coming from. Now, this particular setting, as it says with Yeti, is ideal for game streaming. So for any of you that are gamers, great. It's great for Skype. It is also great for podcasting. So this is a setting that's good for podcasting. And then for voiceovers, for those of you who do voiceovers for a living, like my good friend, Yuma, she just embarked on her entrepreneur endeavor, and she is doing voiceovers. She has a beautiful voice. And so now she's starting a business. She started a business and she's doing voiceovers for commercials or books or whatever they need her, right? Great opportunity from an entrepreneurship standpoint. So for those of you who have never maybe thought of it, that is a business that you could do, and if you feel that you have a great voice, then that might be something you might want to start for your business. I wanted to try this sorry. And then so that's what this setting is for cardioid, if I'm saying that right there, cardioid. That's the setting for a podcast. So you tell me how well this is coming across. Once you hear all 3, then it'll make more sense. All right, so let's try out the next setting. The next setting is going to be omnidirectional. So omnidirectional. Okay. Let's see what this one sounds like. So we're going to change the setting. So this is dial, actually, that's here in the back that I'm able. Notice what happened. I was talking from here, right? But when I turned it around, it changed in what comes across. And that's that whole zone thing that I was just talking about. So but in the back of the Yeti itself, there's a dial. You can see that too well. My lighting in here is not that great today. But this is the setting for the 4 settings that you get to turn around. So we're going to switch over now to the bidirectional. Okay, now omnidirectional rather. So with omnidirectional means it's going to encompass the sound from all over the mic in an even way. Now, if there were 4 people sitting around this mic, then we'd all have kind of like equal access to the microphone from an input standpoint. So if I move this mic around, you're not hearing anything different as I move it around, right? There you go. So omnidirectional, which is different than what it was just a minute ago when I moved it around, wasn't it? So this one is so it can encompass sound from all over. So if you're in a particular type of room and the sound quality or the bouncing of the walls and you don't have soundproofing, that sound can bounce off of walls. So there's, you have to be kind of mindful of where you are and when you're doing different types of mics. But listen to my voice. Notice the difference between what we just talked about in cardioid and now omnidirectional. So omnidirectional means it's taken even input into the mic around circumference of the microphone in and of itself. Now, when would this best be used? Yeti says it's best for conference calls. It's good for field recordings, like if you're out in the field in the yard or in the grass or in the mountains, and also for events and orchestras, right? Because again, think about it. You're maybe more moving about, and you may be also, again, multiple people in a room, so you can capture that sound and voice from different angles, and everyone can come in in a clear way. So omnidirectional is a setting that is ideal for those types of environments. Makes sense, right? Okay. Then the next one we have, let's see what our next one is. Our next one is bidirectional. Now let's see if you can just make the obvious assumptions. So bidirectional. So here, bidirectional, we're going to switch it on over. This one is going to be the little 8 symbol in the back. There we go. So notice what just changed in bidirectional. Now, in bidirectional, it's just that. It's two-way. Me talking in this section and someone talking in front of me. Bidirectional. So that's what the input is, meaning that if you were on this side, you're not going to have as much sound absorption coming through the microphones and coming across with the level of quality as you just did with the omnidirectional. So bidirectional is just that. So if you were two people sitting in a mic together and you were talking, you both have even input in a sense. So that's what the bidirectional is for. So what environment would make sense for that particular usage of a setting? So in this particular case, interviews, makes sense, right? Two people, bidirectional. Another thing would be instrumental or instruments is another ideal environment of doing. And of course, vocal duets. So again, two people, one mic, bidirectional. And again, so you can hear the difference in how I'm even coming across because it's taking into account all of those sensories around as you are utilizing the microphone. So that's a real cool setting. All right. And then last but not least, this is one we're pretty much very familiar with. However, let's see how it works here inside of the space. Did I spell that right? No, I did not. Hold on. Okay. And then we have stereo. So let's see what stereo does for us. So we're going to set it on over to stereo. One moment, please. Hello. Now, notice what just happened in stereo setting. Interesting. Do you hear a difference? Does that sound different to you guys? So when we think about, because I can hear a difference even in my earbuds. So here, there's stereo, meaning that there's direction coming from me in the front and on the side, and then kind of like semi on the front side. So it's not full surround sound in the sense like on the omnidirectional. So stereo is, when you think about it, right? Every time you buy speakers, you're always getting, when you buy a stereo system, back in the day, oh gosh, I just dated myself. Okay, so back in the day, when you buy a stereo system, you got two speakers, right? Because you wanted that output to be coming from both sides of the room, whereas sometimes, you get real fancy, you gotta get 4 speakers. But typically a stereo came with at least 2 speakers. And so you wanted that equal output. And so stereo gives you that kind of equal stereo sound that you can kind of hear from inside of both. Whereas sometimes, how when you're in your microphones or even in your earbuds, you'll notice there's a difference with how you sound or how you'll come across with just one earbud in versus another. So sometimes some of your microphones, your earbuds are not stereophonic. Some of them are just mono stereo. I think that's the word for it. Don't get me to lying. Okay, so when we're using stereo setting in this particular case, this is again good for vocals. So again, music and singing. an assembly choir. So again, singing. You want that even tone, everybody's voices kind of combining and converging together. And then again, instruments is another one. So stereo settings is another option. So of course, I don't know if I would use this inside of the group, but I want you to tell me, which one do you see coming across the best and that you feel I come across best inside of live streaming? Now, again, I'm going to switch back over to my cardioid because I think, hello, there we go. And I'm not even in the front of my mic like I should be. See the difference? Alrighty. I probably should have done. So we're going to change. We're going to do each one again. And then that'll be our summary. And I'd love to hear your feedback for today. So again, can you hear me? That is our tip tool for today. Content with a voice. How is it that you can start looking at creating content using your voice, being personalized with your message and with your story makes such a difference. Yes, you can create social posts. Yes, you can write a blog. Yes, you could put content on your website. But I'm telling you that the opportunity to make a deeper connection with people using your voice is there for you, and not to be scared at the same time. You can always practice inside of the Facebook group. That's always a safe space for you. So do know that you can come inside and play around like I just did and just say testing, 1, 2, 3, right? You want to just be able to give that opportunity to do that. So as a quick recap, we have 4 settings inside of my new Yeti mic, which I'm going to put the box up again so you guys can see it. I'm not trying to make no money. Notice how I just happened. I blocked myself. Notice the difference. Just doing that alone. Blocked them with the box. Look at the difference in the sound. It's amazing. Okay, so this is the box, the Yeti. You can get it on Amazon. I'm not trying to make no money. Just get you one if you want one. $90. Okay, just so we know. Okay, so let's go quickly through the settings one more time. Make sure I say this right. Switch it. Okay. Stereo. Bidirectional. Now, of course, bidirectional, if it was 2 people here, it'd make a better example, but it's just me today. We're going to tell you. Omnidirectional. And last but not least, cardioid. Notice the difference. Now you know, and now you can hear me at least a little better. So this is the new tool that I'm tapping into, that I'm going to be utilizing from now on. I might be maybe giving this away. I don't know. Time to think about that. Frola, you tell me. Should I do this as a giveaway maybe? I don't know. You tell me. Alrighty. So that's it for today. This is Biz Tip Tuesday. It's always my pleasure to be with you guys. And as always, I want to again invite you over to Content Creation Tips and More Facebook group for solopreneurs, freelancers, and coaches. You can just simply type in smallbizsociety.com. It will take you right there. Answers 3 simple questions, and you are in like Flynn. And then we can get that party started. So until next time, let's get busy. Bye-bye.